needs to agree on 23rd of October. First, decisive action in Greece, so that all doubt is removed about Greece's membership in the euro area and that we can end the vicious cycle of uncertainty. Secondly, increasing the firepower of our euro area intervention mechanisms. So increasing the flexibility and maximizing or optimizing the capacities of the FSF, and also including the early introduction of the European Stability Mechanism, ESM, if possible in mid-2012. Third, strengthening the banking system, if necessary, by recapitalization, building on the 4.6 trillion euros in support that already exists, now with a coordinated, targeted recapitalization of banks. Fourth, speeding up stability and growth-enhancing policies, including full implementation of the single market agenda. And fifth, implementing robust and integrated economic governance, starting with full implementation of the six-pack, so the proposals for the Stability and Growth Pact reinforcement that were put forward by the Commission that were now agreed by the Council and Parliament. So we could discuss these details of this program in these very complex issues for hours. We could also discuss what treaty changes may be appropriate in the medium term. But I think the European Council on 23rd of October is more about the political decision, about the political confidence that it can create. It is about making clear that the political will is there to deliver a decisive and essential compromise with concrete decisions. The entire world expects us to come to the G20 meeting in Cannes with a credible plan. We cannot fail ourselves or the world in this task. And as Etienne d'Avignon just said, it is indeed not an exaggeration to say that the world outside is waiting for Europe to come with something that is completely credible. And it is indeed interesting to see that some of the strongest appeals for a stronger integration in the European Union and in the euro area are now coming sometimes from voices outside the euro area. I think this is important to take note. So it is with these urgent matters for the European Council in mind that I would like to address briefly your topic today. And I understand your topic is, are austerity cutbacks the right solution for Europe's economic woes? As you may have guessed, dear friends, the Commission does not believe that cutbacks are the solution to Europe's challenges. But yes, sound public finances are an essential part of sustainable growth, are an essential part of confidence. And without confidence, no growth. We must understand and address all the roots of the crisis. To focus solely on cuts suggests that government overspending was the only source of the crisis. In fact, we all know that problems with the behavior and regulation of the financial sector, also problems of political will, were factors in the crisis. We also know that the wrong sorts of cuts could simply send Europe into recession. So fiscal consolidation has to be part of a wide-ranging reform of how the European public sector operates. And it can work, and it is working. Two examples. Yesterday, I met the President of Latvia. Just now, before coming here, I met the Prime Minister Taoiseach of Ireland. Look at those two countries, one outside the euro area, another one in the euro area. Latvia, we need only to look to them to see that fiscal reform can have a strong and positive impact on a nation's overall future. Growth in Latvia is now 3.3% after the steepest restrictive measures ever taken in the European Union by a country. And it's expected to rise to 4% growth in 2012. In the second quarter of this year, Latvia achieved 5.6% growth. After, I insist, the most deep program of cuts we know in European integration history in one country. Ireland also has taken its responsibility to adjust with the greatest seriousness and can now see the light at the end of the fiscal tunnel. Ireland is achieving fiscal consolidation alongside growth of around 2.3%. I just congratulated the Taoiseach and the Prime Minister of Ireland for this. So the key is not to avoid fiscal reform, but to see that those reforms serve a long-term vision of a stable, competitive European economy which delivers sustainable growth. And the key here is confidence. Confidence is possibly the most important capital, and this is a capital that is now in short supply when we speak about Euro area and European Union. So one of the difficulties today is getting the private money that does exist to flow again, while at the same time moving to sounder public finances and investing in growth and social cohesion for tomorrow. As new growth cannot be funded through more and more public debt, we are obliged to be extremely discriminating in the savings we make, in investments we make, and in delivering both at the right time. If I may summarize, the Commission stands for three things in this debate: for growth and solidarity, what we usually call the European social market, for stability, and for Europe living within its means. And what is the role there for the European Union? As you'll see from a close reading of our proposed economic roadmap, we need more than stability to achieve long-term growth. And it is clear that there is more room for structural reform than for fiscal stimulus. Some countries have room for fiscal stimulus, and they should use it. But most of our member states don't have many room for that. So from that, we can see that there will be no substantial growth without structural reform. This is the key to protecting the prosperity and the social model we have built.